Hello there, Ray here, and I'm joined by Pingu, one of the ProtoTech members, and today we'd like to show you an efficient large-scale water-removing flying machine. We designed this flying machine to be able to take out large amounts of liquid, so either water or lava. You can also use this for smaller amounts of water as well, such as this example here. We'll show you how to set this up as well as use this. This flying machine consists of 5 main parts. So we got 2 preparation machines, and these will prepare the water for these other flying machines. We got one here as well as one over here. Then we have the main flying machine, which is this part here, and this is the holding bay, the top part. And then down below is all the segments, which will sweep across the water and actually do the majority of the water removing. Then we have bumpers, which will return the sweepers to their main docking bay. So the sweeping segments consist of a two-way flying machine that has some extensions added onto it. And these extensions allow it to sweep more water as it passes through. Now each of these extensions has something pretty cool, which is something that Pingu added on. It's a observer that is pointing into a piston. This allows it so that when the flying machine moves across, it will be able to remove more water than the actual size of the machine by having these pistons pulse. This is why it's important that when the segments are pushed downwards, they get pushed and moved pretty much at the same time. Otherwise, the water would try to replenish into those spots. So as you can see, the water is coming and then it gets crushed by both these pistons and it's not able to refill before the pistons come by and crush the next segment. So if these pistons didn't push at the same time, then a water source could come in from one side, then this will allow there to be water on two sides, and this could create another water source before the piston could remove it. This is also useful because you don't have to have any blocks here, otherwise if you had slime coming out any closer, then they would stick to each other. Now when the sweepers come up to the bumpers, we made the bumpers only 2 meters wide. This way they could fit in a very small channel. And we also have it so that the machine could come all the way up to it, breaking as much water as possible. The bumper is updated from this observer here, which causes this sticky piston to pull the top segment down. Then there's another observer which will push the bottom one down as well. This will cause an update and will send the machine off. Now there is a lot of ghost blocks that are created by this. That's only client side. So when the sweeper segments come back to the main segment, which is this holding bay here, it will self-restart it by pulling it downwards. This will cause an instant chain. There's a really cool mechanism in here that we came up with, which will update this piston by instantly pulling it over. Then this redstone block will push its own segment downward. Then shortly after, we have another observer, which will pull this other segment down. So you see here, it updates it. It comes over here, then this segment is re-updated by this redstone block, which will extend it again. So it pretty much allows it to reset, and then this piece will pull down the initial piece in the back. A really cool way to instantly pull all these down at once and have them to also reset in a very compact manner. The water sweeper will automatically continue going downwards until it reaches the limit where you have initially removed the first part of the water. So here you can see the water was only removed down to here with our first 2 sweepers. This is where the machine stopped and removed all the water down to the same level. This would be the area where you could come in and then build whatever you want to. Want this to go lower, you just have to allow these first flying machines to be lower to start with. Now you do got to pay attention to not remove the water sources behind these machines, otherwise it will be able to flow back and replenish all this water again. So the main ones to pay attention to are the corners, so like the corners where these machines are blocking water. You can come in and swap them out with different blocks, but you don't want to remove blocks altogether. Also, these corners are important to prevent the water from flowing back over here and initially filling this in, as well as this corner over here. I'll provide a world download to this world in the description so you can see exactly how to build this up. Now these 2 segments here can be as far apart as you want as long as you can keep them loaded. This way you can do a really big area with them. Now you can also make this as wide as you want just by extending this. So there is initially 2 different types of segments. There is this one, and then there is a separate segment, which is this one over here. And by alternating these 2 segments, you can make this as long as you want. So this one here, you can see how it juts this direction, and then this segment will jut this way. They are different. So if you wanted to extend this, you could just use this segment and put it over here, and then keep putting those 2 segments on to each other and extend this as far as you want. Now with the bumpers, they are also mirrored. So we have one bumper that is facing this direction, and then this bumper is facing the other direction. And we have it so that these bumpers are set in a direction so that as soon as this bar segment goes down 1 meter, then that observer will push up against this piston here. Once in a while, when you send these initial water sweepers to come through and remove the water for the rest of the machines, you'll have water that will update. This is just from random ticks and will flow inwards. Now you will want to remove these little pieces, but they don't take too much to remove, and it is uncommon for them to occur. To get rid of these water tags, there is a water source here that was created from a update. So if you just use your water bucket on it, you'll remove it, so it's gone. Now you can come in and just remove that source by placing like a lily pad there and placing blocks up against it. Then you can come down and destroy this water source. Once you have removed it, you can remove the blocks you have placed down and it won't come back again because you have removed the initial water source. Using the sugarcane to hold back the water is a very useful trick, but if you would use these sweepers in another dimension, you need to be able to have water beside the sugarcane for it to be able to be placed down. So you couldn't use this in the nether. Instead, you'd have to use leaves in situations where it wouldn't burn, or use like melons or pumpkins. We initially designed this water sweeper about 8 months ago, and there's quite a bit of interest among some friends, so I wanted to do a video about it, completely explaining it as well, providing a real download for them to see it. I had a lot of fun designing this up with Pingu. You can go ahead and check out his channel down in the description. Mythical Pingu does tons of different types of slimestone machines, all sorts of different things that you can think of from TNT canyons. Just recently he designed a 3x3 door that can fly through the air. It's pretty insane, so you can check out his channel down in the description. An easy way to remove large amounts of liquid in your Minecraft world. So if you found this interesting, show us with a like. If you'd like to see more slimestone inventions like this, subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Bye-bye!